Let's play the video.
Okay.
House because my mom said that she doesn't fucking love me anymore.
That's not even what I said.
What'd you say?
I said you're too old for an Easter basket.
That's the same fucking thing.
Oh my God. Are we serious here? She's what, 20 something, and she's going freaking out over an Easter basket?
Wow.
Are you okay?
Wow.
All right. Well, let's do the whiteboard first, Jimmy.
Okay. All right. I got it. I got the wheels. Go ahead.
All right,
Go ahead.
ready?
Go ahead. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Bullshito is at a monk retreat tonight, by the way.
What's
Narcissist. That's dead nuts on.
Narcissist?
Yeah.
What number was that? I can't see it.
7. It's 7.
7.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Narcissist.
By the way, you can't make anything on those screens green.
I know.
Yeah.
Listen, nothing's perfect, man.
You're an ass bag fag.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do? All right. So we're going to do wheel number 1 over here.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
And we're at number 1.
Number 1 needs time for XXX.
Time for fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank. All right. Wheel number 2. Ready?
Go for it.
This is the long one.
Reasons. You've got a spitting phallus.
Yes, I know.
There.
Reasons in vagina.
Yeah.
All right. What do we stop on?
I don't know. You're gonna have
11.
to tell me. Green. 11.
Yes.
I trust my intuition, but spelt in dyslexicist.
Yeah. All right. What do we got for wheel number 2?
That is it. I trust my intuition.
Okay. Oh. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why there's so many single mothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she trusts her intuition.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. After the what the fuck was that? I should have said Bolshevik, just to help you along.
Have my beer with me, man. Come on. Kill me. All right.
Nope, I got to hit the button.
There, I said it. Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks. Now drink.
All right. If you guys are just tuning in for the first time, every time you hear the word Bolshevik, it's a drinking game. So
usually happens on Tuesdays mostly, but
yeah, well, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you gonna do? So we had a woman who's a narcissist, doesn't have time for, let's say, fill in the blank. What should we do?
Well, she's obviously infantile.
She has no time for friends.
Yeah.
And she's trusting her intuition, thinking her mother is going to treat her like a child still, when she's clearly in her 20s.
She has no time for growing up.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next one?
And the next one coming up here comes from our favorite platform. Well, second favorite, the Twattersphere.
Twatters. Oh, yes.
So we'll go ahead and we'll full screen this one.
Great.
To shout out Big Angry Phil, Crazy Eyes, checkity check.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what she has to say.
53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want in the love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person?
Because they already showed up and you sent them packing. There you go.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
All right, let's do
Wait. It's not too late for her. She's hit the second wall, man.
Well, okay. First of all,
she's done.
I'm 56. I'll be 57 in like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am not dating a woman in her 50s. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Not unless she's stunningly, racked and stacked, and I don't.
Bridget Bardot material or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing. Or maybe she's hot and she has money. That's one thing, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not happening. So let's. What's the first wheel? Let us begin. The white wheel. I love how this one is so loud.
That's probably racist.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Crazy bipolar. that meshes. That we have a positive confirmation.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And listen, she was 53 and she looks okay for 53, and she was
Yeah, she
probably
doesn't
a
look
really
bad.
good looker in her 20s.
Well, no, man. When she was in her 20s, she was a career woman, and she had a career and then she did her career, and like in her 40s, she started dating, and all of the guys were dating 20-year-olds, and now she's 53, going, where are all the men? Well, 30 years ago, that's where they are.
That's get back in the time machine. All right, let's do wheel number 1. All right, we've got number 8.
Abby used. I can see her writing Dear Abby quite a bit, honestly. Dear Abby, men won't look at me anymore. That's because you refused all of the good men when you were in your 20s because your career was too important.
It also could be the fact that she can't really lock down a man because she truly was abused when she was younger.
I hope not. For her sake, I hope not. I
hope not either.
She's just a variety career woman.
Well,
I don't like to wish that kind of thing on anybody. I know too much about that shit.
Yeah, I know. But some of those women who are career women are there because they either got emotionally, physically, or whatever, Abby used when they were younger. And
well, there's a worse type of abuse that a lot of those girls go through, and I've seen it firsthand. And that's their parents and everybody around them tells them that what they're doing is okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You go, girl. Strong, independent. Blah,
Strong,
blah, blah.
independent. You chase that career. Yeah. Don't worry about that other stuff. You're fine.
It's going to work out fine.
And
all right, let's
then
spin this
they look
last
in the
wheel.
mirror. Yeah. Go for it. Don't lie to your children.
Well, listen, if your children reach the age of 18 and they don't have at least one complex, you didn't do your job. Number 7.
Headache. Yes, she is.
Yes. So either, I'm just going to go with general headache. She's just a difficult bitch to deal with, and then she's found herself dead in the
I'm sorry,
middle.
she's 53 and she's a reasonably attractive woman. Clearly, she was doing something wrong along the line. We only have 30 seconds of her life to analyze this from, but the pattern is so consistent.
That's right.
It's so consistent that we can pretty much tell what she is. Yeah.
We've seen
over
this
and over and over and over.
Over and over again.
Yeah, over and over.
All right, next one.
Moving on. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy eyes again.
There we go.
Lip filler and the cheekbones. Not doing it for me. So be ready to hear the shrillful voice of a shrew.
All right, ladies, I'm engaged, so now I'm going to give you some advice on how to get a man. Here's 5 things men don't care about, which I see you stupid bitches posting. Your job. They don't care if you're the CEO.
I love this woman.
At McDonald's. All you got to do is not be fat. Traveling. Here's me in Greece. Here's me in Italy. Oh, you're on a boat? You're a whore. Stop covering up pictures of your ass. Your money, unless you're fat, old, or both, and they're trying to live off you. Tell them you're poor. Your accomplishments. You ran a 5K. First of all, bitch, 5K. I run a 5K through my neighborhood every day trying to get away from the Puerto Ricans. That you're funny. Okay, first of all, you're probably not funny. You're boring. You're probably a good-looking woman, and everybody's laughing. They're not even listening to anything you say. Now, there are a few things they do care about. If you have a mixed-race baby, a dick, AIDS. All right, ladies.
All right.
Okay,
I like her. She doesn't get the wheel of woe.
Well,
I take back my comment.
Yeah, she's actually an actual comedian, so we're not going to, spin the wheels of woe on her.
Let Jimmy finish. Jimmy had a comment there. Jimmy thinks something.
Yeah, I take back my my comment of listening to the shrillful woes of a shrew. I take that back. That lady is based.
Yeah.
I would like to substitute a proper candidate, if I may. May I substitute? I've got a couple of.
We can accept the substitution.
I will. We're going to go with an also ran here.
Okay.
And I need you to brace yourself because this one is not great.
Oh, she's already crazy. I can see it.
Yeah.
Thing about me, I can't even say it. They're literally never even going to talk to me again. It's so weird. It's so weird. But as a 2024 bride, I hate wearing the color white.
Because you're not a virgin. All right, now she's
Bridal shower's next week.
talking low.
Ask me, what
Yeah,
white
she is
dress
talking low.
am I wearing to the shower?
Mhm.
Who said I'm wearing a dress? Who said I'm wearing white? Hot take. I don't like being the center of attention.
Cue drowning pool song. Let the bodies hit the floor.
It's on me. I don't feel like I need to advertise that I'm the bride. I know so many brides really, really love to be the center of attention. I'm not judging at all, but it's just not me. And a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm an introvert.
A whore.
I'm an introvert.
I'm gonna stop it right there because this chick is
she's not an
creepy,
introvert.
creepy as fuck.
Yeah, she's all right. We're gonna spin the wheel.
That was grade A creepy right there, man.
The white wheel.
Spin that sucker.
And we are at
Numero uno.
Number
PMS, which may account for a certain level of the crazy there.
one.
Well, she did say she doesn't like wearing white, so you know.
There's that. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. We got PMS going on.
All
right. The other wheel. Ready?
Yep.
14.
14. Feminist ideals. I'd say that's reasonably apparent. I would call that reasonably apparent.
Yes. Listen, I just came up with the variables, and they really do fit like most of the time. Isn't that fucking crazy? All right, next one. I love how this one spins like forever.
One's loud, one's slow, one spins forever.
Yeah, the one that's loud is that's a number 7. The
That
white
is that,
wheel's loud because it's trashy.
Again, headache has come forward, and I guarantee you the groom is about to go through the headache and then the family court, because what she's going to do is immediately produce a fornication trophy and take him to the cleaners.
Well, what could go
her
wrong?
eyes, yeah.
When you're dealing with a PMSing feminist who's a headache to deal with.
Yeah.
I believe that covers everything in that video. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Moving on. Moving on to the next one.
Next one.
Let's see. What do y'all folks think? Is this lady afflicted with? What's this lady afflicted with? Well, she's got the turkey neck, the turkey elbow.
She's doing the hand thing in front of your face. I hate that.
Let's see what she has to say.
Imagine being so stupid that you look at this treasonous, traitorous, totally corrupt, self-serving, ignorant clown, this racist,
TDS.
semi-illiterate moron, this pathologically lying, feeble-minded, morally bankrupt, constitutionally illiterate simpleton, this bloated nitwit with his cotton candy hair, radioactive tinted skin, and obese dishevelment, and think, yeah, I think that's a guy I admire.
All right. Well, you're talking about a guy who's a multi-billionaire.
Right off the bat, I'm going to say she's exactly the kind of person who watched the show that Trump had, where you fired.
Yes.
He had that TV show that he had.
What was that called?
I forget what it was called. The Apprentice.
The Apprentice. Yeah. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, I guarantee you she watched that. Anyway.
Wheel number, the white wheel. Are we ready? Number 9.
Must be right. That dead nuts on. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I showed up at the lair one day and Pop had these wheels out of the box and kind of scattered around the studio. And it was like, what the fuck are you up to now?
I'm an evil genius, man. This is random comedy.
Yeah,
all right.
Literally random.
It is. All right, we're gonna the next one. That's number 5.
Virtue signaling. Again, that's pretty spot on. I'd like to point out that your vagina has a penis. So that's the wheel of Tran. It's a trans. It identifies as a wheel.
Okay. Well, you're right. Yeah, just reasons in vagina wheels. All right, next one.
Okay.
Number 6.
Feels sick, but she's definitely sick in the head. Definitely mentally ill. That's a fairly obvious one there. I'm going to ding you on this again. We got to get the green off of these wheels. It's bothering me.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out. I'll probably paint them or something. But yeah, you're right. You're right. What are
That's
you going to
okay.
do?
What are you going to do?
Oh, for fun and games.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So we have obviously she's drank the Kool-Aid and she is in the cult, believing all of the propaganda against Trump. I get it.
Yeah.
Now, am I an individual who worships the ground of anyone? No, I don't.
Nope.
I agree with about 70% of his policies.
Yep.
Which in the past 20 years is about 30% more than the other Republicans who've held office and what have you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
all
fair.
right. Now, do I think he could do things better? Yes. But I am not a billionaire who's made those kind of crazy deals all over the world that he has. So I don't have that experience.
There you have it. I mean, there you go.
That's it.
You know, the whole cult of personality thing. You have to look at the individual and pick out the different things that person is for. I mean, like if there was a candidate who was an extreme animal rights advocate and started passing laws to protect animals and pets and things like that, and also gave huge tax cuts to families, especially like as they had kids, they'd get more tax cuts. A candidate like that, I'd be willing to vote for that guy. But then the year would be 1933.
Correct. And then that whole video is nothing but one giant virtue signaling.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah. Basically, she was describing all of Joe Biden until she said cotton candy hair.
Yes.
Just say.
It's also very likely she was describing herself. They do a lot of projection.
Democrats projecting? No.
Sorry, my bad.
Stop it.
Sorry, my bad.
Do we have how many more we have?
We got one more here, and well,
I have a spare.
We got a spare. All right. Well, we'll bring it up after this one. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a strong, independent Black woman, so we got to listen to what she got to say.
Oh no!
Unmute this and hit play.
Me and my friend, a platonic homeboy, we went somewhere last night, and we had to get out the car like 3 times. Okay. And he didn't open my door not a single time. So I let it go by a couple times, and then I said, now that's your 3rd time not opening my door. And he was like, well, I feel like that's romantic. And I said, wait, this is a common courtesy. Okay. I know we just boys. Okay. I know we just boys, but I am still. Okay.
I'm going to pause it right there. Big Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, continuing on.
They treat me like a lady. Disregard the mustache and the whiskers down here, okay? I am very much still a feminine woman. Open my door. Open my door. Am I tripping? Bro, open my door, bro. What y'all think?
My God, it is a tranny, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it probably is. We don't have to listen to this dude, but
disregard the whiskers.
All right, now, all right. First of all, how many times I hear this? I'm strong and independent, but you better do everything that I need done because it's your role. So they want to put roles on the man, but they refuse to live under roles themselves.
I opened a door at a grocery store for a woman when I first got to Los Angeles in 2006. I went there out of the Army for work. And I just opening a door for a woman at a fucking grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And she gives me this look and she goes, chauvinist pig, and walks through the door anyway. I was so stunned. I didn't think to read. Now I'd probably make sure that I closed the door before she could get in. But at the time I was just floored. I'm like, lady, I was just being nice, genuinely just being nice. What the fuck?
They also try to hijack chivalry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And most of them have never read the code of chivalry. There's like one line or small paragraph about women and children.
Mm.
The rest of it is nothing to do with that at all.
Mm.
All right. Now they're like, well, you should be a gentleman. Well, being a gentleman existed back in the day. Well, hang on. Being a gentleman existed back in the day when you weren't a gentleman and people would fucking challenge you to a fucking duel where you could die. So
being a gentleman included things like dueling scars.
Yes.
And killing motherfuckers in wars.
Yes.
And landing at freaking Omaha Beach with a broadsword in your hand and a kilt.
And a longbow. The guy had a longbow.
He had a longbow too. That's right.
He actually got the last arrow kill.
Mad Jack.
Yes, I want that guy's hilarious.
That
All right,
guy's
we
great.
got one more. Let's do this.
Do it.
We didn't spin the wheels for.
That's right. We got
we didn't
spin the wheel for Sister Girl.
Does she get one though? I mean, does she only get the vagina penis wheel there?
Well, I don't know. Is she a tranny? She looked like a chick to me.
I don't know, but well, based upon
we'll
her,
just assume. We'll just
spin the
assume
wheels.
she's
Spin the wheels.
White
Did
wheel.
You assume her gender. You just assumed her gender.
I did. I don't care.
Yeah.
12.
PTSD. I wonder what caused that.
All right.
I will keep my comments to myself.
Probably want to keep your hands to yourself in this particular
All right,
case.
we're going to this wheel here. Ready?
Yeah.
9.
Sex too young.
What is it? Sex too young? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, creepily, I had a conversation with a fellow who dwelled on the Lower West Side of Detroit one day at the law firm that I was working at. And he said it was fairly common for that sort of folk to begin rutting with anything and everything by the age of 11 or 12. So
Yeah, well, here's another thing. Like women who have sex too young stop mentally developing, and they literally remain in this child twilight kind of thinking for the rest of their life, or at least until they get old and nobody's interested in them anymore, and then they have to go through the epiphany phase. So,
you mean like number 53, a couple of videos back?
Yeah.
Okay. Next wheel.
Right. Last wheel.
I think you're staring at that penis.
I'm just trying to read the numbers, man. Don't read into it.
Pop drew the short straw, and he's the wiener watcher for the day.
Meet Kaiser.
We're at number 2.
Strong and independent. I mean, that fits the bill. That straight up fits the bill there. She is strong and independent.
All right, you guys, let us know in the super chats. But have you noticed that every single one of these, at least one, sometimes two of them, actually are relevant to the situation?
They are, though.
Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah.
We got one last one, and then we're.
I'm gonna pull this one on because this one is just too
damn
funny. Do you know this one, Jimmy?
I've seen this one like 4 times on my feed in Twitter.
This is.
I don't care about rules and laws or borders or enforcers because I don't acknowledge you. You're not real. You're a superhero like me, so act like it. Act like a god, because that's what you are. I want to see my kids. Call my mom. She lies, and then I don't get to see my kids. No more lies. I want truth, transparency, and trust. No more enforcers. I want empathy angels coming to meet needs and make life more wonderful.
What
I want
restaurant did you
integration, and I want healing
She's at a
conversations
fucking
that
police
collaborate
station.
with needs and find
Oh, she's at a
ways
police
to
station?
move forward together.
Oh my god!
I think we've seen enough.
Yeah,
but
she's gonna wind up. She's gonna wind up in "I love me" coat.
Pop, I have a suggestion to add to the wheel.
Okay.
Oh.
Meth and dicks.
Meth and dicks.
Yeah,
those are two different wheels, actually.
Meth and dicks, man, because holy shit.
You're right.
We're barefoot, screaming like a crazy person that needs an "I love me" jacket.
She still has meat on her bones. She's at the beginning of the meth, but the end of the dicks.
Yes. All right. Let's spin the white wheel. The loud one. Number 9.
She must be right. Out of her mind. Yeah. Okay.
What was that one again?
She must be right.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. Oh my.
Well, first of all, that instinct to always be right is one of the reasons we have soap operas.
Yeah.
It's nothing but drama. Next wheel. All right. That's number 4.
Alpha Widow.
Widow.
I could see that being a Black Widow right there. I
Well,
love
what
you
else-
so much as she plunges the butcher knife into your chest and vital organs over and over again. Why won't you love me? Stab, stab, stab.
What an alpha widow actually is a woman who has actually dated a top tier guy in the past, and she just always is mourning not being able to find that exact same guy again. And they don't seem to realize that something like that really only happens for most people once in their life. And if they fumble the ball, it's on them. Wham.
Yeah. And
next
also,
wheel.
Don't give
What did you say, Jimmy?
don't give the 10 dick to the crazy chick, because that's what you're going to end up with.
All right, that's a really good saying. 10 dick to the crazy.
Yeah.
chick.
No, Jimmy, I like that. Don't give the 10 dick to the crazy chick.
Don't do it, man.
That's a really good. I can turn that into at least 4 or 5 jokes. All right, next. This is last but not least. All right. I don't know why this one goes for so long.
Wow. Okay, Vanna.
Number 5.
Tell us what she's won. No dick. Because nobody will go near it. It's got the marquee. I talked about this, I think, last week.
Uh-huh.
Where my daughter was young. She had a friend, and her friend's mom came to pick her up, and her friend's mom gets out of the car. And this was 15 years ago, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Her friend's mom gets out of the car, and she's pretty. She's objectively pretty. And then she came within about 5 to 8 feet, and across her forehead, warning, run, warning, run, warning, run.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporters Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.